Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout Frozen Atom, a Winter of Atom actual play using the rules and adventure by Modiphius Entertainment. My name is ELH the Game Master, and I am excited to be back with this group, excited to be back with a new player, just excited all around. In terms of announcements, I'm not going to jinx myself by making an announcement that we're going back to weekly. As you probably have noticed with this series, we play when we can, because scheduling gods are very fickle. But I'm eager to get started tonight because we, of course, have a new person, new player, new character to introduce. So let's get started with introductions, starting with Saxy. So, Saxy, anything you want to shout out and who you playing?
Hey, I am Saxy Guitar. I am playing Professor Rand Clayman. Just a little scientist guy. Nothing special.
And a synth, so scientist synth.
Very nice.
Not a simp. But yes, go. That's all.
All right. Up next is our new player, but not a new person to this channel, Professor Hex.
Hi everybody, Professor X. Again, I'm sorry to curse your screens, but here I am again. I'm playing Mr. Chapek, who is a smooth-talking businessman, and that's all he is. No mystery, don't worry about it.
Love
Now
it.
I'm worried.
Last but not least, Mukis.
Hi. Hey, Miyuki's here. Playing Raging Kate. Same old, same old. Nothing more to add, honestly. Just not very complicated.
You sure?
For now. We'll
Look,
see.
we're all just very simple people in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, we're just what it says on the tin, just regular people just doing regular things.
To those who don't know, you can 100% go check my character sheet. I did post in the Discord at one point.
So that's how we know.
I
he's a simp.
photoshopped it. Yeah, it's been photoshopped, so.
You photoshopped it to make it say I'm a synth?
It says all of your
No, it's
abilities
safe,
are
yeah.
synth.
Yeah.
All right, well, I also have another treat for those of you who have been watching the series. Technonerd actually updated the intro, so let's see that brand new intro. And welcome back again. Huge thanks to Technonerd for doing that intro for us. Really, really appreciate it. Throw your money at him. If you ever want a Star Trek commission Technonerd. The man will do your commission justice. But since it has been a while, and since we have to get a little bit of a kick in the rear to get us so that Professor Hex's character is introduced, I'm going to do the opening narration. So, Professor Clayman and Raging Kate, you all have been traveling with Brother Heu for a while. You have dealt with derailed trains. You have dealt with the sect known as the Last Son of Adam, the Children of Adam. You have saved settlements such as Beatsville. You have restored what has been wronged by the Children of Adam, things like water purifiers, food, things of that nature. And your recent quest brought you to a bunker which you have found out to have been frequented, if not owned by, the last son of Adam himself. And thanks to great hacking skills or password security, you learned some very interesting things about the last son of Adam's plans, as well as what his intentions are for the Commonwealth. Part of that journey meant that you got some injuries. Part of that journey meant you fought some irradiated mutants, some protectrons who may or may not have tear gas launchers, who are now just a pile of scrap. But what matters is, as you all wake up and ready to return to Big Top, the kind of traveling circus here in the Commonwealth, you look around and There's no sign of Brother Heu. There's none of his things. There's nothing other than a note, which is where his sleeping bag once lay. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you all ownership of a note from Hugh. And all I would ask is that either the professor or Kate read it aloud for the audience.
I can read it. Oh, I wonder if I could do it in his voice.
Be my guess. I know I can't do it in his voice. So if you want to try,
I'll
you
try.
for sure have
I'll
to.
try. My friends, it is with a heavy heart that I must leave you. After much thought and prayer, Adam has called me away. I fear the situation of the last son of Adam is only part of a larger issue within the Church of Adam. I am heading west towards my old congregation to help root out this spreading corruption. You have my complete trust that you will both be able to stop the last son, and that's why I'm leaving the fates of the Commonwealth in your hands. Professor, your wisdom and teachings have helped me better understand the world and in turn made a stronger foundation for my faith to find purchase. Should we cross paths again, we can continue to debate the proof of Adam. Until then, I wish your backpack to always be filled to the brim. Kate, I hate you. No, it didn't say that. Kate, while we were never traveling companions, newer traveling companions, our bond forged in the righteous fire of combat will never be broken. Please watch after the professor for me, even if he is a synth. Much like the brain, he is filled with knowledge, but very squishy. Please keep that knowledge from getting spilled onto the floor. When you find the last son of Adam, be sure to spit on the paste you'll surely turn him into for me. Lastly, never let that light of joy you carry in your heart go out. I would say that it is the light of Adam, but I know that light is all your own to shine. Also, don't do too many chems. I will miss you both dearly, but you both have proven time and time again as capable and good people. There are others who are in need more than you, my friends. Wish me luck and blessings of Adam to you. Humbly, Brother Isaac Heu.
And you may have an AP for emulating his style.
Yay!
But yeah, that's the note that both Professor and Kate find.
I
Ooh,
can't
Wow,
believe you just left in the middle of the night.
I'm sad. Slightly
Yeah.
offended. But he's warmed my heart. My cold, icy heart.
I don't know. I've always seen you happy. You sure your heart's cold?
I mean, it's cold outside, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you're saying. But no, like, it's just weird. We've been traveling for a good while.
Did he leave anything behind?
Unfortunately,
Like his No!
He doesn't carry much on him. Like, there's nothing for him to leave behind. He needs all that stuff, and he probably has.
He had one cap from a Nuka-Cola. If I had that cap, I could instantly double our assets.
Oh
two
yeah,
caps.
he carried all of our money. I also forgot about that.
Hold on,
Oh, well.
that might be a GM call on the field. Let me double check that.
Oh, the math checks out. I mean,
We got 1 and 2. That's 200% profits.
Are you sure he kept
Sa-
track of your money?
No, he
Because
probably
his sheet-
didn't, but I heard it.
Oh, no,
Kate heard it.
it's 1 and 1, so it's 11. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Let me check and see if he wrote it down anywhere else, because I see 0 caps on his sheet.
Well,
He
then,
must have pocketed it. Or
All right.
forgot
look, either
just-
two things happened. We spent it all, which is just as likely,
Right.
or we failed to track our own money, which is our own fault. So I say no money.
You know what? I think that's fair. If you're both down for it, or everybody's down with it, I think you'll just say your caps are gone.
it. I have one.
Okay, you have 1. There you go.
Yes.
I actually don't remember where caps are kept tracked. Give me a
Uh,
second.
it's
There we
under
go.
year.
I see it now. Thank you. It's been a long time. Sorry, guys. But yeah,
All right.
he's been definitely. It's gone for a while. So Just sad to see a friend go.
Yeah, did you finish your studies on him? Like, do you want to keep traveling with me? I mean,
Yeah, one, I traveling by myself's not fun. I tend to ramble too much.
then you have to shoot a weapon, man.
Yeah, I would rather not shoot a weapon. Uh, I got. He's a solid representation of his tribe, and he was very forthcoming. So I feel like I did get useful information to take back to the followers whenever that does happen. But you can always
Well, yeah.
get more.
Stick around with me. I'll show you the raider lifestyle.
You know what? Most raiders do shoot at us the second we try to get any info from them because they think info means we want their stuff. Yeah.
Just think of how praised you'll be once you go back to the followers.
We don't care about the praise part. We just like having the info.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Well,
Well, I want to get the hell out of here because
Yeah.
somebody they said on that terminal, I will know if you've taken stuff, and I'm thinking maybe since something like electronic happened, perhaps it put a signal out or something, or somebody's watching from afar. I want to get the hell out of here.
yeah, we probably shouldn't stay too long. And I guess we'll pack up our things. I still have I still have the computer that I stole with the password Adam, and I am all ready to go.
All right, let's take our first steps out without Hugh.
All right. Now, normally here we would do a travel montage where we would actually do rolling. We are literally just going to do the montage of you arriving back at Big Top for the sake of story and for Professor X. So,
Man, this weather's terrible.
yeah, I mean the weather still sucks. It's not snowing, it's sleeting, which is the worst kind. So it's just wet and icy and mushy. And if you know you were able to confine this in a machine and put flavoring in it, it might be awesome. But it's coming down at such a rate that you have to have your hand in front of your face to keep your face from becoming just slushy. But when you arrive back at Big Top, again, that sort of big circus tent that has 2 rings in it, or is it 3 rings? I think it's 3 rings. Has 3 rings in it. When you arrive, you see that the freaks are let me back up that sentence. The main freaks, the main ghouls of the circus, are all debating amongst themselves while all of the 14 other ghouls and the other synths that are a part of this settlement, they are huddled nearby, all listening in. And you also spot 2 new faces, one of which I'm going to let Professor Hex describe.
Okay, so you see this sort of handsome, very human figure. He's about, I'd say, 6 foot, right? He has got sort of platinum blonde hair, slicked back all the way in this sort of kind of a business guru sort of style. Blonde eyebrows, very pasty white, which is very unusual given how shitty everything is in the wasteland. And he's wearing one of those like sort of cream Tom Wolfe style suits, pretty well maintained. Yeah, and he is he's got the air of a man out of time, let's say. He doesn't seem like he is in tune with the general sort of rat's barbecue that is the wasteland.
Very nice. And then, is there anything special about your robot companion?
There is a Mr. Handy valet sort of model hovering nearby this gentleman. And he has... he's been given a little sort of... I don't know if it's a full fedora, but it is maybe a little sort of a hat fashioned to look like one, which is very precariously perched on top of the Mr. Handy's sort of head unit.
Love it. Love it. So the way we'll start this scene is Clayman and Kate, you all are entering the tent as you overhear. I'm telling you, they are not coming back. We have not heard from them in days, and it is quite possible that they are dead.
It hasn't even been 3 days yet.
Everybody turns to look. Ah, it is good that you have finally returned.
I will approach because I don't like yelling from across the big top.
So, were you successful? Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, I found a computer that would be useful for you guys, and I pulled the whole computer out of my backpack.
Everybody oohs and ahs.
Yes, I know, guys. I can fit things in my backpack. You guys can do it too. Just try.
It's bigger on the inside.
You have inventory space. We ran
have
out
a
years
backpack.
ago.
Well,
That's where
you've brought us a computer. What does the computer hold? Does it have steam packs in it, or perhaps water?
we have that as well. But you should probably read the note from the place that we found all the stuff we're about to give you.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I can't read.
Cool. I type in Adam and pull up the note from the computer and just read it aloud to everyone.
Okay. So, for Hex's sake, would you like to read
Yes.
the note aloud again?
I have to re-find it. I think you put it in one of these ones.
Should be under terminal entries and Last Son's personal log.
Last Son's personal log. It should be under journals, right?
Yes. Should be under the terminal entries journal, and then under that one there is
Ooh, there
Last
it
Son's
is.
personal log.
Just
Thank
above
you.
Last Son's grocery list.
I see it now. Last Son personal log 1 of question mark. My experiments into gene splicing has been proceeding at rapid pace. If I am able to overcome the metaphysical plasticity barrier, my creations will soon be capable of both empathy and great destruction. My hope is that my creations will see as their father in more ways than one. Unfortunately, not all my experiments have turned out as planned. The unruly child locked in this bunker is perhaps too great a success at this stage. I may return later when we can better control and communicate with her. Excuse me. I am still looking for the buried city and Adam's glow within. I feel I am very close to my goal if I can just unearth the last piece of the puzzle. The day of division is nearly upon us. If only those Minutemen and other sects of the church would cease interference with my glorious vision of this world. Why don't they understand that we are but a step from being able to walk between infinite universes and knowing true paradise? One final note for all my faithful who may come upon this log. These supplies here are meant to bring Big Top to their heel. Do not use them for your own purpose, else I will enact Adam's vengeance upon thee.
Don't tell him what's in it.
I'm just going to drop everything but the
No.
few things we said we would keep out of my backpack into everyone.
Damn it, I wanted
Well,
to
everybody-
swap out the purified water for my radiated water.
We said that was part of the things we were going to do
Okay.
Fair enough.
because we all agreed that the things we did, just so it's clear to people who may have skipped or forgot what happened last time, we were going to switch out to get clear water, and I may have stolen 5 pieces of rare material because at this low level, a crafting guy can't get that. And everything else was going to them.
It was so unfortunate there was no Radaway or Radix. I mean,
Oh yeah, we took that too. Thanks for reminding me.
no, I
Hook
Well, we
one.
can't-
It is above table talk for us.
You can't take what wasn't there. I mean,
Yes.
you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that makes perfect sense, and that's exactly what I meant.
Things that they literally could not use, we kept for our personal stuff. And things that don't matter which style they got, we upgraded. And the only thing we took that they potentially could at some point use if they had someone skilled enough to is the rare material. And
What
we don't
rare
need to keep
material?
talking about this. Exactly.
Yeah,
No
what?
such thing as rare material. I am not over here with a big grin with all the rare stuff I can make now and hand everything out of my backpack to the people in front of me.
All right. Well, everybody is very excited to take out what are much needed supplies. In fact, as everybody comes to grab a handful of supplies, ringleader Johnny Lonnie, the leader of the Freaks, again, he is kind of the classic ringmaster with red and white coattails, top hat, little cane that he twirls a bit, also a ghoul. He does kind of step forward and look over everything you've put out, and he goes, "This is potentially life-saving for the people here. I mean, you say that all of this was in a bunker?"
Yeah, the children of Adam were only going to give it to you if after they made you bend to their whim.
Well, we were just about to hold a vote about whether or not to respond to the Children of Adam's request. I think you've made our answer for us.
Yeah, it seems as if I had to guess from the note, they probably weren't going to give it to you all at once, too. They probably would have, done a little bit and then waited for things to get bad again and go you know what, we got you, and made more appear to keep you just forever coming back to them.
I mean, it's a smart business thing to do, but I'm very glad you brought that. Hold on, I think I'm being rude. I'm sorry. Let me introduce you to a new friend of ours. Mr. Chopek? Mr. Kopek? I'm sorry, I get that completely wrong.
Hi, it's Chapek. I'm so glad you took the time to pronounce it correctly.
Well, I mean, you got to pronounce a person's name correctly. I mean, it's how they identify themselves.
Yes, of course. It is also excellent to have a sound business identity connected to your name.
Well, it is my honor to introduce you to Professor Clayman and Raging Kate. They were the Wastelanders I spoke of while you were waiting for us to hold the vote. And is it still one of your desires to see more of the Commonwealth, or am I misremembering?
Oh no, that is precisely what I intend to do. It is important for me to wander the wasteland in order to provide new supply opportunities to those who desire goods and services.
Hi, I'm Kate. If you need anything smashed, I'm your gal. Also, I've never heard somebody with that kind of accent. Where are you from?
Ah, I understand. This particular mode of speaking is sometimes confusing to people. You see, I am from Texas.
I don't even. What? I've never heard of that.
Can I do an intelligence check on that?
I bet you could try.
Let's just say versus his deception.
I'm corpsing. I'm sorry, I'm corpsing.
I mean, I think my deception's pretty good, so we'll see. But
Yeah, for shits and giggles, if you want to roll me a, God, what would this even be? Let's call it an intelligence and, speech, because why not? That makes sense.
is this an opposed test, E?
Sure. We'll make it a pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got smooth chalkers, so I can reroll one of those 1d20s.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so he's probably using charisma and speech. I'm using intelligence, and you said speech?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've
Oh,
got a pretty
that's-
good advantage here. I only have a +8. Speech, bear check. No one's using AP. Roll.
Yeah, you believe him wholeheartedly. He is from Texas.
I get a free roll.
Oh, you get a free roll. All right.
Ah,
Still don't believe him. I rolled a 12 out of
It's
a
the
12.
same thing. It's the same thing.
One
They're
in
both
400
double.
odds,
It's literally
everybody.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
look at
done
that.
it,
So,
and now you've
yeah,
done it.
that
Look,
I've
that's what
nev-
Texas is like. I'm sorry.
that is the strongest Texas accent I've ever heard. It was so strong I almost didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can understand your trepidation. Most people do not know the particular lyricality and flow and cadence of a true Texan person.
Yeah. When? Nah. When did you come up here?
Oh, just but a few weeks ago, I and my manservant Bigelow here came by to provide goods and services to the fine settlement members of Big Top.
It's quite convenient. They are definitely in the need.
I agree. If this was some sort of overarching narrative, this would indeed be the most convenient time for me to appear.
Yes. Okay. Well, you said you wanted to see the world?
The Commonwealth, the wasteland, whatever lands that there are for people that need certain business deals, certain requirements, I am happy to provide for them.
Are you hiring?
That depends on the going rate of wastelanders such as yourself.
How about a mutual trade of I'm good at crafting things, she's good at beating shit, and you probably are good at talking.
Mr. Chapek will turn to Bigelow, his valet servant. Bigelow, what is your perspective on this event?
Oh, he's part of it? I'm also good with robots. I've repaired that guy's back of his head.
So, small disclaimer here. Professor Hex has requested that the robot companion have a New Yorker accent, so I will apologize in advance for what I'm about to do. Hey, it's nice to meet you folks, too. I just want to be honest with you, though. I don't really like that one over there. And he points at a random synth, and the synth goes, "What did I do? I don't know, but the reason I don't like you is because you're not smiling. You should be smiling more." Okay?
Excuse me, my good fellow. If you could please smile more. Provide a certain joy to your countenance. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee Bigelow's continued civility.
Is Bigelow from Texas too? Sounds like it.
Yes, of course.
Ah.
Why is that so funny?
Because above table, it very clearly feels weird.
What?
But in character, we wouldn't know this.
Look, I mean, it's clear you guys have never been to Texas, which is an incredible melting pot of cultures, languages.
That's
I mean, obviously.
Yes. Yes, because the followers have no info on anyone from that area. No one.
No.
Well, they can't Google it, that's for sure.
I completely derailed there. What were we doing?
Well, the synth
yes,
was
discussion.
being harassed. The synth was
Yes.
going to smile, so the synth does do one of those hesitant smiles where he's like, Yeah, see, that's exactly what I want to see out of you guys. Because, if you're not smiling, you're frowning, and if you're frowning, that's a problem.
That's true, and it is very hard to provide proper goods and services to someone who is actively frowning.
You keep saying goods and services. Like, what are you selling or?
Precisely. I am a salesman. I can provide you with materials and goods, items, food, beverages, whatever you require.
Oh.
Who's
Everything.
your provider?
I'm afraid that is a trade secret.
Wouldn't that be useful information for us? So let's say your provider comes in the middle of the night. We know not to beat them with a baseball bat.
Oh, I see. You've assumed that I've already hired you.
You haven't not yet. So
Well, you drive a hard bargain. Bigelow, are you certain that these are passing your security protocols?
And Bigelow comes up to each of you, both Raging Kane and Professor Clayman, and that eye part of the handy gets real close. I mean, like, you could maybe blink and your eyelashes would touch. It's that close.
Whoa, take a picture. It'll last longer.
Yeah, I might just do that. And he does a very, very audible click before moving on to the professor. And it's one of those things where after, this very intense scrutiny, Bigelow kind of sits back and goes, yeah, I think these guys might be what we're looking for, boss.
Very well, Bigelow. I trust your metal judgment. Now, the two of you, I suppose you would appreciate some sort of signing bonus. I can provide each of you 2 caps to immediately join my retinue.
Not a big money guy. I just
Are you kidding me?
All right,
Yes.
zero caps for you.
No.
Know what? Give my 2 to her.
Gosh, I reverse it. I humbly agree.
Very well. You, female person, shall take these 4 caps.
Yes. Now I have 5. How many percentages is that? Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Professor, you gotta stick with me. See, look at this. Our caps are increasing at a rapid rate here.
As you know what you should do, though? You should invest in something, because if you're not investing in something, you're just letting money on the table.
Oh,
Hey,
do you know what I can invest in?
Yeah, you can invest it back here into the boss, because the boss can get you great things at great prices.
Okay, and I hand the 4 caps right back.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I have an investment. I open up my backpack, show the robot, show him all the basic material I have, and I go like, I can make probably any drug you ask for, and close it.
So Bigelow looks at the pack, looks back at Chapek, looks back at the pack, looks back at Chapek, and goes, boss, I'm going to be honest with yous. I may or may not have just had an out-of-body experience.
I believe that is technically easier for your kind, seeing as how you are mostly body.
Yeah, but that's what makes it weird. Like, because I wasn't imagining me, like, floating above my own body. I was imagining myself in, like, a body like yours.
Bigelow, how many times must I insist that you do not have a soul?
I don't?
No, of course not. You're merely steel.
Of course you're right. I'm just checking, boss. Hey.
Now, remember, Bigelow, that is a benefit in this in our particular game, because a soul leaves you vulnerable to emotions, and emotions do not help you close the deal.
You know what? You make a fine point, boss, but hey, you, start smiling again. And he snaps his pincers. The synth who wasn't smiling now starts smiling again, like, oh, okay.
Yes, I can see Bigelow is getting perhaps a bit agitated. Perhaps we should make our movements. You, the male human, what do you intend to do here at Big Top?
We stopped here because we've been following leads on the last son of Adam, and they've been breaking stuff, and I like fixing things, so I've been fixing it.
You've been charging, I assume.
Yes, our friend was the more talkative one, but he's gone now, so we don't have anyone to make the deal sweeter. Which is also why I think between the 3 of us, another talkative person could be useful.
4 of us. Don't forget.
According to him, he doesn't think his robot buddy is actually a person, so...
So
it is
does
still
that
just
mean
the
the
3
2 of us, not including you?
Be clear,
I'm not a synth.
Bigelow does count numerically, just not religiously.
Oh, so if ever comes to votes, you have 1 up from us because
That's correct.
you have a robot that where I see where I can reprogram him will do anything you say.
That's correct. You seem
Okay.
to understand the situation.
Perfect. I'm glad we understand the situation.
You seem to be quite the smooth talker. Would you be willing to help me out with a little favor here at Big Top?
Well, I would be happy to if I understood the terms and what I stood to gain out of it.
I don't know what you can gain. Perhaps you... Who knows? Maybe we see, and if not, I give you my last cap and perhaps an IOU. We can start accruing, put it on my tab, so to speak. Yeah.
We could certainly do so. I could open an account for you, a charge account.
How about we go with the idea of, while we're traveling together, very small, basic things we just try to help each other with without getting profitable gains, because then you feel like you're indebted to someone, and you will also do similar benefits for them as well. This is only on small level things. When it comes to actual money, I think you got a good point there. Loans can be useful.
I'm afraid you are suggesting something dangerously close to socialism.
So you might not know this. There isn't really an overly government anymore. So there's times where multiple different styles of governing could be useful.
Oh, my foolish, plasticky young male human. You don't understand. Capitalism is the main form of government now.
And it sucks. Government, I don't like government. Raiders. Government leads to, I gesture wildly, this. So let's just squash that and make sure it doesn't happen again.
From what I understand, I could argue capitalism led to where we are right now.
You know what
You
it
could
sounds
argue
like
that.
there, boss? And Bigelow comes up to Clayman. You know what it sounds like to me, boss? You haven't read the works of John Nash. Here you go. And he takes out a little pamphlet that has John Nash's face on it and hands it to you.
You'll find that very enlightening.
For the folks at home, John Nash is a very famous economics person. You might want to look him up.
I also have continued works of Milton Keynes, if you require anything further.
No, I've actually read a handful of these books while I was studying in my free college. Thank you.
So you learned nothing. Okay.
To be fair, we do not have any current proof that you are able to read.
I read the terminal that everyone saw me do.
Well, that could have been memorized.
That is true.
Could be a false memory implanted in your head by your synth
Perhaps
parents or
by
whatever.
the last son of Atom himself. Perhaps you
Oh.
are a sleeper agent.
He has been sleeping.
Now, we may
Yes.
need to execute this man immediately.
As a human, I
I hold
am
my bat and I
needed
get
to
it at the
sleep.
ready up at his head.
Kate, I made you that.
What? I don't see any extra sharp bits on this.
Well, that's right, because we broke those off last time. That's
We
right.
did, yes. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I still have it engraved at the top that says modified by Clayman Industries.
The fuck? And I take a look.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's there.
wow.
Now,
All right, whatever.
let that be a lesson to everyone present. I can make her do that at any moment.
Everybody starts smiling.
Excellent.
And remember, if for some reason she did that, I could fix you up like I did the other guy. And I point to the guy with the head now that's not open to the world.
Oh, the
Hello.
smiling man.
Now it only hurts when it rains, which is all the time.
So, as much as I want this banner to keep going, the ringleader, once again, Johnny Lonnie, is going to step in and go, well, I'm very glad that you are on talkative terms. I must admit, I was a little worried that things might have gone south, especially with Brother Heu in the picture. Where did Brother Heu go?
The troubling info we found at the bunker made him realize he might need to go help people closer to him in this times of need. He is worried about his own sect of the sun, his own sect of Adam, and wanted to go see how they are and help them if they need it.
Well, I hope his travels are fair and that he doesn't run into any troubles on the road.
I do as well.
Also, I'm just now noticing, sorry for the quick out of character, Steve, thank you for the Nuka-Cola. You guys should be up to 2 AP.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
it's one of those things where Johnny Lonnie says, well, be that as it may, it is, again, what you've provided for us is life-saving. And the fact that you've exposed the last son of Adam for the, I guess the word heretic would be the correct word to use here, for the heretic that he is, I think one way or another we are very much willing to... How do I say this? And you can see he puts a chin to his hand, strokes it. I think if it ever came down to it, and you required something from Big Top, and we were able to give it, we would provide it.
I'd appreciate that. Just another place to stay while we're traveling around is useful, and if anything bigger than that happens, I would always enjoy the assistance.
We will, of course, codify these terms in a lengthy contract to be signed at a later date.
Sure. And because I find it funny, it's right about then that a baseball flies into the tent and hits Bigelow. Bigelow, I looks down at the ball as it drops to the ground, reaches down, picks it up with a pincer, and says, "Hey, boss, I got a message for you."
I see. Now, Bigelow, forgive me for questioning your judgment, but that appears to be a baseball.
Well, yeah, but it's got writing on it, boss. And he shows it, and yeah, all of you can see that it is literally written to Kate from, and it's kind of scribbled and smudged. You can't really make it out. It says, "We need you back at Diamond City for something."
It's for you. It is technically illegal for me to read this.
Oh.
Oh,
And then
so
I read
we
it.
should sue you because you just did. Otherwise, you would not know about what was on that, and that you couldn't read it.
I see. You seem to misunderstand the federal government's role in reading people's mail.
Are you saying you are the federal government?
I did not say that I wasn't.
Last I checked, you could sue the federal government. Yes, I might have gone missing in the before the trial, before the bombs dropped, but I could still attempt to sue them.
I'm afraid your verbal agreement to my terms as one of my workers has voided your ability to sue the federal government.
Yet there, according to Commonwealth Law Article 13-1, until there is
jeez.
actually a written agreement, all things must be done by a trial of the peers.
I'm sorry. Sometimes he does this. His wiring gets a little fried.
Now, you keep saying this. Are you implying that this man is a synthetic being?
They do apply that a lot, yes.
I really believe it.
I would have to disagree with you there, female human. This male human seems as hearty and fleshy a specimen as I've ever seen.
Would it be fair for me to call you male human?
I think that would be fair.
Okay.
Just look at us, two male human, and he'll extend his arm around the professor. Two male humans, perfectly male, perfectly human.
And I look like,
Since he
I don't know,
close,
something's off here. I still think Professor's a simp.
Since he's
You-
close,
Yep,
I would
yeah,
like to
yeah.
try to look at his hair and see if it's box dye or if it's actually that color.
Rude. What are you doing?
How dare you?
Yeah.
Your call, Hex.
Slap his hand away.
I think, given the unnatural hue of it, it's very blonde.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be capable for this to be that blonde in nature. Yeah, it's kind of dyed.
Oh, I was gonna go with it's somehow real, but it looks like it shouldn't be.
Well,
Maybe
I mean,
it
my
is.
hair's
I mean,
green, so maybe he
it's-
dyed it.
That's true.
Layers
That's
of
true.
inception.
Layers and layers, like an onion.
Yes.
All right, so it took me that long to read the baseball because it takes me a while.
to
So
send it
I
out.
read it. Yeah.
Kate, what's the note for you?
Well, I finally deciphered it, and it seems like I, particularly, or potentially all of us, are needed back in Diamond City. And then I'm gonna throw the baseball up and whack it with my baseball bat, and it's gonna go flying through the hole it came in from.
Nice shot, Kate. You always do great with that.
Yeah, it always surprises me how the Commonwealth people seem to use baseballs as a form of mail currency.
Yeah, I've not seen that before. You have?
Well, yeah, I mean, me and the boss got hit by several baseballs just coming here. Isn't that right, boss?
Yes, my teeth still maneuver in my head of their own accord.
It's that because you guys walked through the traps outside.
I don't think you understand how Mr. Handy's work. You see, they are hovering, and so they cannot walk in the strictest sense.
Yes, but they could still trip a wire, couldn't they, if it was high enough?
Bigelow, did you trip any wires?
Jury's out on that one, boss.
Inconclusive.
You know what? No one saw it, so I'll give you this one.
Damn, I
Other than
should have
you.
wrote a message back on that baseball bat before I hit it.
I think the fact that I got back to them is probably good proof that you hit it to them. I don't know
Oh.
too many other people that could do that.
Hopefully they're not dead by the time we get back, because it conked them.
Mhm.
But, is Johnny Lottie still, like...
They're all there.
Wanting-
Literally everybody that is a part of the main freaks, the main ghoul performers, are still there. All the other residents have filtered off and are doing their own thing, but the main freaks are still there.
Okay. What I'm getting at is there is one person we did not talk to, and I just want to really quickly... What? I know. Shh. If she's still there. Male human, number 2. You're a smooth talker. How about that favor? How about I open an account with you right this second, and then in return, you can do a small favor for me?
Well, that sounds excellent. I have, of course, these forms for you to sign in triplicate.
I just start signing everything.
You see, Bigelow, this is an eager and my favorite kind of customer.
I walk away in frustration. just bewildered frustration. Is there a crafting bench here?
No, but you could make one.
I just walk in a circle around the whole tent.
If it's easier, you can call me Mr. Chapek.
Mr. Sorry, this accent's new to me. Is Mr.
Yes, the thick Texan accent. Chapek.
Chapek? I'll get it right eventually.
See, you're
put that on my
already
tab.
starting to sound like a true Southerner.
Nice. Okay. That little favor. So, okay, let me fill you in here. The tatted lady. I've been told that the last son of Adam got a tattoo from this woman, and I would also like to get a matching tattoo just in case we needed to infiltrate or say, like, see, I'm one of you guys with them. But I'm not sure if she's willing to do that for me. So I might need somebody to kind of smooth talk her over so that I can get that.
I can, of course, act as your third-party mediator. In fact, I may be able to broker a deal where she will provide you with a whole new set of skin.
Oh. Maybe. We'll see. All right. I'm hoping to head over to the tatted lady.
Yeah, she's there. So this school, since it has been a while, this school is covered from bald head to wrinkled toes, is just covered in intricate tattoos. It's one of those situations where this is very much, she is both canvas and artist in one. And she's been listening, here and there. She knows about the fact you revealed that the last son of Adam was going to betray Big Top, yada, yada, yada. But when she sees you approach her, she just kind of looks you up and down and goes, so, what can I do for you? I overheard you're looking for a tattoo of some kind.
Yes. I'm not sure how much I could trust her. So, but yes, I'm looking to get a tattoo. We were with a previous, not last son of Adam sect, but original Children of Adam cult, whatever. And he has told me that, because we helped him so much, we've been approved for a special Children of Adam tattoo, and I'm willing to get as such. And it's supposed to match the one that the last son of Adam got. Not because I'm with him, but, I really need it, and it's been approved.
Mr. Chopek, would you like to care to save this situation?
I'm just trying to see. I kind of want to see where this goes first.
Okay.
Uh, I just want to see what happens, and then maybe I'll make a counteroffer or
Alright.
something like that. I just want to see how she does on her own.
Fair enough.
I'm a big gal.
I just find it funny. You're like, hey, come help me, and then
I'll
It
just stand
sounds
nearby.
something like a businessman would do that just made you sign a ton of paperwork.
I don't know what's in it, so
Look, if I don't have any leverage yet. I don't have an advantage. I need to wait and get all the information first.
all right.
smart. That makes sense.
So the inked lady kind of does one of those slow blinks where she's like, you want a tattoo that I gave the last son of Adam? Yet, even though he's kind of the bad guy in this situation, you realize that doesn't make any sense, right?
Why? Why doesn't it make? It makes total sense. I hope I explained it correctly.
No, you just made me more confused. I mean, you brought the professor here with the knowledge that the last son of Adam was going to betray us and keep us under his heel and all that whole 9 yards, and now you want the same tattoo as him? Maybe I'm confused or not understanding, but that doesn't add up for me.
I understand the confusion here. What my client here is trying to communicate is that, well, as I'm sure a person of your esteem understands, tattooing is an art, and art is a way that we can experience life through the medium of creativity. If my client here receives the same tattoo as this last son of Adam, she will, through the medium of art, through the lens of creativity, able to understand her enemy that much better, be able to inhabit the last son of Adam's undoubtedly irradiated shoes, and through that, be a more effective enforcer of our will on the last son of Adam.
Kind of just tempted for you to not even need a roll, but we'll do a roll just for sake of argument. Why don't you go ahead and give me a standard speech and charisma? Difficulty on this is just a 1.
Just a 1. Okay.
Go.
I'm just gonna roll a straight roll.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Wait,
that would
wait.
be a complication, but a success.
You
It's not-
haven't used your free roll.
Yes.
Speaking.
Is it that important for this though?
That's the thing, though.
Now,
We don't
I actually
know.
do need to ask E. I'm wearing both a formal hat and formal clothing.
Oh,
Since
yeah,
those are two separate pieces of gear, do those two benefits happen separately as well?
I believe that's how they're supposed to work. Paradox, feel free, or not Paradox. Saxy, feel free to correct me, but I think they.
If you guys want to keep playing out the scene, if you can, I'll double check the info since I'm not in scene right now anyway.
I mean, you would
Walking
at
in
least
circles.
get one benefit.
I have at least
Sure,
one.
at least
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And it's one charisma-based skill test you make each scene. So
Correct.
I'm gonna re-roll that d20.
Okay. If you
That
roll
20,
another
I should
20,
say.
then we know the dice have a story they want to tell.
That's true, and that story is a real jerk. Okay, here we go.
All right, 2 successes, meaning you get a point of AP back for your troubles. So the ink lady kind of nods along to what Chapek is saying, and goes, you know what? You make a lot of sense. You know, if you're able to understand a person's art tastes, you can really get into their head. You can understand what they enjoy, what they are really about. But
Precisely.
I gotta be honest with you, it was a kind of large piece, and she kind of motions at her back, and she says it would probably take up your entire left shoulder and part of your side.
Well, does it have to be that big? Because
Well, I mean, if you
I
want a
wasn't sure all
1-to-1.
the terms. Well, maybe let's do like 50 scale or something.
So half scale.
Yes, let's do a half scale, perhaps. It doesn't matter if it's on the back. Not too sure.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what you
it's
got
fine.
is.
Perhaps you could apply it onto this woman's face.
Or perhaps you could put it on, let's say, like my ankle, perhaps. And I kind of motion to them, and I just say like, that way, if I have to show it, I can potentially pull out my switchblade, which is where I keep it.
You spend a luck, I'll let it happen.
Yes. Wait. Is this a new mission?
No, which means it would be Chapek's
No.
call if Chapek wants to spend a luck here.
You don't have to.
I'll do it.
Okay, there you go. So the Inked Lady says, I mean, all right, I can... It's probably going to have to be like 1/4 or 1/5 scale, but yeah, I can make it work. Come with me to my parlor. As I work, I only request that you do one thing, and that's tell me your story so that one day someone comes asking me, hey, I want what Kate got, I can give them kind of whatever they feel is immortalizing your legend, if you get what I'm saying.
So we can continue this recursive narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, and I will follow her and get up on the seat or whatever, and put my ankle up, one boot up on the table or whatever, and I'm not even gonna look.
Okay. All right. Well, what I will tell you is that there is no roll required to get tattooed unless you really, really, really want to roll for endurance or something. What she ends up doing, and since this isn't like modern day where we have tattoo guns which automate the process, she's having to do it manually by hand, which hurts a little bit more. I don't know if anybody's actually had a tattoo. I haven't, but I've heard stories where it's not quite a pleasant experience, but it's also not like you're screaming in pain, if that makes any sense. And what she ends up tattooing on your ankle is this purple tentacle that is wrapped around a dark obelisk that is covered in hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics. There we go. I can say that word. The symbology doesn't stand out to you, but what you would be able to at least tell is that it is a language of some kind. It's not random.
Damn, that looks pretty badass. If only I could read.
Don't take it too harsh. Half of us here in Big Top can't read.
Oh, that's good. We only have
Nice.
one person who can.
Speak for yourself.
But yeah, and she kind of wipes off the tattoo with a cloth. That's best I can give you at this scale.
Thank you very much. Is she doing this out of the kindness of her heart, or
Yeah,
was
you
she
rolled so
expecting
well
something?
and spent the luck that
Yes.
she did it for free.
Amazing. Oh yeah, the story. Do you want like my story or?
But yeah, you're
Story
the
between-
subject of this piece, so yeah, your story.
And I do a very dramatic retelling about how I was kicked out of my raider gang, and I've constantly treading the thin line between life and death. And this is everything I've ever wanted out in the wasteland. And I hope that one day I can gather enough loot and accomplishments so I one day may open up my own little kind of, not like a hippie commune, but just kind of like a place where people could come together and just like hang out and take chems, and no one's gonna like
Yeah,
no.
like a commune for
like a raider commune.
for like hippie people. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's got to be a
yeah.
word for that.
Yeah.
Hippie Raiders. That sounds like a fun group to hang out with.
I feel like
Obviously.
that needs to be a Wild Wasteland encounter now. All right.
Gate would be
Man.
so happy.
Man, we're just hanging out, just trying to peel some flesh, dude. You know, it's no big deal.
Yeah. If you want us to peel your fresh, perfect.
Yeah, totally.
Otherwise,
No pressure, dude. No pressure at all. But if you want us
otherwise
to, we'll peel that forehead stuff right back, dude. Whatever, you know.
otherwise we got some in the freezer.
Oh yeah, it's no worry.
Tons.
Before I start corpsing again, that's where we're going to take our 5 to 10 minute break. We'll be back shortly,
Oh,
everybody.
quick, before I
Yes,
forget.
what's up?
I looked up the ruling on his hat.
Yes.
It does say, unless GM decides otherwise, they each are their own thing. But it
There
does
you go.
specifically say any combination the GM can decide to overrule.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to be nice. They count as 2 separate items, 2 separate benefits.
Very nice.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, everybody. Stick around. Welcome back to what I believe is part 2 of Session 11 of Fallout Frozen Atom. If you're just joining us, well, the players have actually grown and shrunk in number, both simultaneously. We lost Brother Heu, unfortunately, but gained Mr. Chapek and his robot companion without a soul, Bigelow. And where we were just leaving off was what Professor Clayman was doing while Kate was getting a tattoo and Chapek was overhearing Kate's life story. Unless Chapek wanted to do something else during that time.
No, Chapek was standing by, just in case, there needed to be any, add-ons, negotiating the price for that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, in my anger of just Kate blindly signing paperwork, I stumbled upon a chem station by spending a luck point. I spend an hour, let's say, getting it back operational while looking at my holotape. And I spend the rest of that time spending an hour making one berserk and then 4 addictals.
Okay.
Because we aren't in any odd situation, I assume it's standard crafting rules, which means because I have a 0, I don't have to roll. So no roll needed done on any of these.
Unless you want to shoot for AP.
I don't, because
I think the last time
no
we've done this, you
complications, and last
complicated.
time is, yeah. Also, I don't need to roll. That's 8 rolls, so we'll just keep going.
Okay. So now my main question is, are you headed back to Diamond City, or would you like to completely ignore the quest marker and go elsewhere?
True Fallout fashion.
Well, how long would it take for us to get back to Diamond City?
If you doubled your speed, aka you went as fast as you could get there in 12 hours. Otherwise, it's a 24-hour journey.
It would be literally the middle of the night, because it's probably took us 6 to 12 hours to get back, because I think it was a 24-hour trip. So it's already late at night.
I would say it's probably somewhere around 1 to 2 in the afternoon, if I have my time correctly.
Okay.
So if you were to hurry your way to Diamond City, you would get there at 1 or 2, maybe 3 a.m. So maybe not the best time to show up.
Yeah. Might be best to wait until tomorrow, but I assume I should probably meet up back with everyone first and discuss.
You all can meet up at your leisure.
Or you can just leave in the middle of the night like Brother Heu did.
I'm going to try not to. I'm a little squishy.
Keyword try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with not increasing the complication range if you guys are just doing a normal 24-hour, perhaps.
Yeah. Go safe. Spend the one. I would kind of like a day of not super heavy difficulty of trying to heal you up, Kate.
Oh yeah,
So-
my head's bleeding.
Yeah, your head's bleeding and other injuries.
That would have been important to know ahead of time.
You might not know this, but Kate kind of goes forward. She doesn't care if it's a brick wall in front of her. She just keeps going forward.
Choo-choo.
That makes sense. I just that puts the previous scenes in a whole new light. If she's actively bleeding from a head wound.
Oh, and it's at least covered.
Oh, and
it's
I'm
at
still
least
bloody.
treated.
My
Yes.
leather outfit, everything is really bloody, so my charisma is down. I
But
remember that.
I 100% should think we should spend the rest of the day relaxing, cleaning up, and begging the DM to not set a super high challenge rating for us to heal your injuries.
I don't think that's my call. I think that's the rules call.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you, as the arbiter of the rules, have no choice, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
got to follow the rules to the letter. Otherwise, what are we doing? We might as well make men into donkeys.
Yeah. Is it dogs and cats living together?
Yeah.
Fake
That's
humans,
my
ridiculous.
Dog and cat literally sleeping next to each other, which is adorable. I should take a picture of that.
Mass hysteria.
Anyways, feel free to fill in as I frantically look up the rules for that.
Yeah, so
I forget.
I say we rest and relax until Kate's better, then head back. That would also give me time to do this, and I hand Kate a thing of Berserk.
Oh,
Wait.
I just put that in my gear. Nope, wait, no waits.
Even
gone.
better. It's actually I got the order mixed up. I thought it was Fury into Berserk, but it's actually Berserk into Fury.
Fury.
So I handed you a Fury.
Oh, okay. I will update that. Yes, I greedily take it.
And I turn to the salesman and go, just to show you that this is mutual beneficial and it would be appreciated if we kind of kept it mutual beneficial. I hand him 4 Addictols that all sell for 125 chems each.
Ah, an investment. See, I'm learning new words here.
Yes, you see, Kate here is beginning to understand the business acumen. She is, in many ways, my disciple.
Is this part of the paperwork you signed?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's right there on line number 23 of page 5.
Yes, it's under subsection Q, assumption of disciple duties.
Ooh, disciple duties.
She has duties now as well.
Apparently.
Yes, you must read all contracts carefully.
Yes.
So,
I
boss, I
agree
gotta
with
be
this
honest with
statement.
you real quick. Does that mean she's gonna have to wear the hat?
Bigelow, you remember that I amended the rules to ensure that you alone bear the special responsibility of the tiny hat.
That's good, boss, because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of lost the last tiny hat.
You understand I will be taking that out of your paycheck.
You don't pay me, boss.
Precisely.
Ooh, you're now indebted to him. That's not a good sign.
Or is it?
All right, I found
Wait.
the rules, by the way, real quick.
Yes, I think you should go to for maybe find ways to sell goods I can make for you and have a mutual thing. Otherwise, at least be nice with us and not take all the money since I made the stuff.
It would be foolish of me to upset any suppliers on my end. Rest assured, you will have a beneficial relationship with me at the helm.
Perfect. Let's keep this as a buyer and supplier mutual beneficiary until there is actual terms of papers signed up and we both looked at fully in agreement.
I would have it no other way.
Perfect.
All right, so we're resting today.
Yes, we're gonna.
Okay.
I'll spend the rest of the night cleaning up your stuff, putting barbed wire back on your bat, and because I've looked up the rules on that repair check stuff, and again, crafting build. Oh, nothing I have to roll. I just have to take time up from my day.
Spend up all night like a sin. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You said it was only like 2. I have plenty of hours.
You do. You're fine. So let's clarify the wound thing real quick. Are you actively treating Kate, or is Kate naturally healing? Because it's a different role.
She gets one, if I remember correctly, she does get to do a natural heal check, and then I also then get to try to treat her. But I can only treat so many people a day equal to my medicine score.
Correct. Now, the one also caveat that is important is that the complication range on her test increases for every injury that has not been treated so far.
One.
And I think, Kate, you have at least one, yeah.
So I should try treating her before her natural roll happens tonight. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would spend the next couple hours treating her and then repairing and doing her stuff, which I need to add to my current track of stuff to remove from my material list.
Yeah,
Alright.
fix me up like that one. And I point to the synth with the newly head scalp.
I can put
Whatever.
metal to his body. I can't add metal to yours without a more sanitary environment.
Sure, whatever.
What could be more sanitary than a carnival full of freaks?
Of dying skin freaks, yes.
Yeah. You know, if you don't have skin, that's one less surface for the bacteria to land on.
Got a point.
You know, that's the same reason why my dad likes to not have fancy cars, because that's more things to break in it.
It's true.
All right, as far
Do
as...
I have the ability to, like,
Oh.
I guess, roll around the snow without getting irradiated to get this blood off?
Yeah,
kinda
I mean,
water.
if you want to spend the
yeah.
time during your rest to clean your clothes and get the blood off you, I'll let that happen.
Nice. Yeah, just roll around, I guess.
Yeah. There's now a red patch of snow that nobody really wants to address, but it's there.
Okay, everybody, it's a blood angel.
Only second to weeping angels. Um,
No,
What weeping angels?
Exactly.
Yeah.
no.
So, as far as I read, since you're treating her injury first, it's an intelligence plus medicine, and it doesn't give me a difficulty, but I believe it should be a difficulty of 2 if I understand the rules correctly, because healing robots is also a difficulty of 2, so I think it's still a 2.
Is in combat. It depends on how much actions we did today, and you get to decide the number threshold.
I would say you did travel a little bit today, so it is light, so yes, it would be 2.
Okay. I will spend one of our APs just to try to make it a little easier for me.
Please
Okay.
don't hurt me like last time.
I didn't hurt you like last time. I just didn't do anything, and you got jealous because I then rolled 6 successes on myself.
He made my broken arm worse.
Now you're just tempting fate.
Yeah, now you're just tempting fate.
Okay, 2 successes. So you can
Yay.
treat that head injury. And now, Kate, we have the perhaps more important role where I need you to make me an endurance and a survival at a difficulty of 1. And if you succeed, you can completely recover 1 injury plus an additional injury for every 2 AP. So you have the potential to knock off 2 injuries here.
Oh yeah, I guess
Okay.
could I have added 2 to my medicine
I think it's
check?
yourself, right? I don't know.
Yes,
remember.
this is purely on Kate's side.
Got it.
That's true. Okay.
Well, missing 1 die. You only rolled 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoops.
But you still rolled a 20. So,
Better just roll them both again. That's
Yeah,
unfair.
just do the water. Ho-ho!
okay. So, you actually get a point of AP, which could matter. Oh, God. What do I want to do for this complication?
Don't know if there's rules on these complications.
I know. That's why I got to do it on the spot. All right. I think I know
know.
what I want to do. So, Kate, which injury would you like to get rid of for your first success?
The right arm.
The right arm. Okay. So, let me also ask this. Are you going to spend the 2 AP to cure another injury?
I would like to, just to not re-bleed all over my now freshly clean clothes.
Okay. So it'll bring you down to 1 AP total. Here's what's going to
Okay.
happen. Kate, you make the blood angel. You come back inside. Your arm, and what I presume is your head injury, at least one of the head injuries, does look better. However, have you ever played Metal Gear Solid 5 where the big boss has that kind of bone fragment sticking out of their skull?
I only played the Revengeance.
Ah, I mean, good taste. Good taste.
Yeah,
We're being
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Good taste.
Okay. what a called shot. Just that. Okay.
No, good taste.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Okay. Yeah.
Rules of
Um,
nature.
Let's put it this way. You don't have like a real horn, but there's just this tiny little bit of bone that's sticking out that probably should be reset at some point. And this is how I'm going to introduce the mechanic of if you are hit in the head again, you got to roll a challenge die, and if you roll an effect, your wound's going to reopen and you're considered to be injured again.
Okay.
Because that's how injuries are supposed to work as far as I read. So this is the narrative way of me explaining that.
Okay, nice. I still have 1 injury on my head, but
Yes, this
not
is
as bad.
Yeah. And I could try
Oh.
taking care of next first thing tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
'Cause it'd be a new day.
Wasn't it already treated, Kate?
It's treated, but I had 2 treated head injuries and 1 right arm.
Okay, so what that means then, as far as I read, I know we're getting into mechanics here. The only way, at least as far as I'm seeing, the only way to fully recover from an injury, not just treat, but recover, it's an end of day rest thing.
Uh,
Yeah,
thought
injuries.
that's what
we
we
were
were rolling
resting
for.
though, right?
Yeah, that's part of your rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Or I treat you, which, like I said, I could attempt to do tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I get, yeah.
So, any other points of order before we skip to the... Oh, right, we got to do food, water, do your food, do your water, all that lovely jazz. Whereas Mr. Chopek and Bigelow just kind of sit there talking to one another. Yeah, boss, so I was saying the other day that perhaps we should look into those Deathclaw people.
The Death Claws as a possible source of income?
Mercenary work if they're the intelligent kind, and if they're not the intelligent kind, we can get some eggs and sell them for a good omelet.
You understand that recovering Deathclaw eggs is a very dangerous endeavor.
I mean, as you put it, boss, I don't really have a soul, so why not?
Well said, Bigelow. Of course, as someone without a soul, I would not be damning you to uncertain danger. Of course, you will be my point man in recovering these precious eggs.
Yeah, good thinking, boss. And he tips his little hat. I think that's going to be his thing now, is he's just going to tip his little hat every single time it's relevant.
A Wastelander.
Exactly.
Oh.
Also,
I
yeah,
will
for
have to
anybody
cook
curious what's
something.
happening on the Foundry side, if you haven't updated your Foundry module recently, they actually made water and beverages, same thing. They made food, beverages, and resting a lot easier to track in Foundry, so definitely recommend updating your module if you haven't already.
Ooh, the only thing is the little macro for rolling is not. I'd click it, or I'm just gonna have to.
Is it popping up a little window, perhaps behind another window?
That could very well be happening. No, not that I see. I'm just gonna is / roll. What I put. Oh, but see, I'm trying to roll for the radiation from the potato chips.
Oh, D6. So lower left corner should be a Fallout Boy in your macro hotbar. Just click that.
Yeah,
and put in
that's
a number.
not. That's what's not working.
Oh, that's not
Would
working.
you like me to
Hold
roll
on.
it for you?
Let me check. Why is this not working?
Oh, yeah. Not me either.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so be careful about updating because apparently they broke the D6 roller. Great. Just roll D6 normally.
Works for him.
No, it just worked for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
How did you get that though? Because that looks like it came from the sheet.
Are you talking about me? I pulled it from the macro compendium thing.
Oh, you know what? That might be what it is.
Or
They
after
might
reset
have.
it, yeah.
They might have updated it.
I will delete the ones I have and then add news. Let's go with that route.
Good catch.
Remove.
Yep. If you
Remove.
take it from the compendium and put it onto your bar, the new one works.
Cool.
Yes.
New ones have been re-put on.
So
you.
amendment to the amendment. Definitely update your stuff, but also remember to update your macros.
Or don't.
Hey,
Yay.
safe.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you know. So no
all right.
radiation
I'm not
damage.
radiated. Yeah.
Excellent.
I have to cook the last of my Brahmin meat and then eat that.
Okay.
So instead of adding cooked Brahmin steak and then doing that, I'm just going to remove it to 0. So stream will not see it on the thing.
No, you're eating that? It's totally rotten.
Fun fact about crafting rules: if you cook it, it is no longer irradiated anymore. No matter how many times we've radiated it since, with all our snowstorms.
Just burning the fungus away.
I mean, the fungus
Yeah.
gives it extra texture.
I was going to say spice, but
That too.
Brahmin meat is plenty gamey on its own. I mean, there's no need for added texture.
yeah. Also, I would turn to normal human across the campsite from me and let him know, hey, if you could turn some of that stuff I gave you yesterday into food for us, that'd be great. I'm running very low and would appreciate it in case our trip does take 24 hours.
Mr. Chopek will. Gosh, I mean, are you talking about the addictol you gave me? Because I don't think you can drink and, use that as sustenance.
I assume as a human you would know that, but
I do. Yes.
Okay, cool. So
I'm
you're
saying-
asking if I understand that.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
I see
saying
the
if you
issue.
know.
Yes, but it sells for things, and then that thing that you sell
Oh,
for.
I
can-
see. You want me to go out, and
Since
Do his
I,
work.
yeah, since I've made it and did the work to make the thing to
Oh
make
yeah,
us money.
gladly.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'll go out and hawk these wares. Yes, of course.
I'd appreciate that. I'll make you more in the future. I just need downtime for it.
Oh, then
Right.
I'll go out. I'll go out and sell these addictable.
Now, to be clear, not to be mean, but to be very clear, remember, Big Top, not a whole lot of traders, not a whole lot of supplies, not a whole lot of caps.
Correct.
So you might
but-
want to wait until you get to Diamond City to do that hawking of wares.
Did Linda leave? I imagine
That's
she
what
did.
I was about to ask.
Yes,
Got it.
unfortunately, Linda has
Ooh.
left while you were
Hmm.
away. She did leave you
By
a
the
note, though.
way, oh okay, well, yeah. Let's hear that note.
Yeah, the note's very simple. Because it's apparently now a meme, it's written on a baseball, and it says, I hope you find what you're looking for. If you ever need me, just whack this and it'll find its way to me.
I whack it.
Okay. Goes through the same hole the other one went through.
It's just like what you're doing. You're just returning it to sender. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'll
I-
CC you guys. Don't worry.
Do I get a chance to? Yeah,
No.
it's whatever. Okay, yeah, fine, that works. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Linda.
a read. It's
Yeah,
a read receipt, is what it is.
yeah. Also, I'm starting to like potentially not trust her only because she seems to like constantly be where like the last Son of Adam people are, and I'm starting to feel like she might be a little suspicious.
I would like to argue the point that they've been to every settlement we've gone to, so you can make the same argument about us.
You know what? Okay, I am suspicious of ourselves now,
I am
Are-
not.
and
Are
Linda.
we the baddies?
Well, we don't know. I don't know you.
I
well
certainly
enough,
am.
So
I mean,
won't
I'm a
assume
perfectly
until I have
normal human
evidence.
being.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, by the way, now that my head's working correctly, I can see correctly.
Yeah.
That missile launcher that appeared from the ceiling last time, it's not just any normal missile launcher. It's a special missile launcher, and out of character, it's I noticed it says GM no special missile launcher, and it had potentially some added effects or something to it.
That you'll find out when you fire it.
Oh, okay. I sense this missile launcher has a greater purpose.
Hey, might not have noted this. I didn't know this is when I was treating your head injury. Was that piece sticking out before I took care of you?
What piece? I kind of feel around.
Don't. I swat her hand away from touching it. Don't touch that. Don't. I don't know how you can injure yourself again immediately after I actually took care of the wound, but I might need to look at that again. Maybe while I'm just trying to think. I don't have enough food to get back to Diamond City. That's the real issue.
Don't worry, Professor. This is no injury. This is a jaunty accessory on the part of my disciple.
Oh,
She is dressed
Oh.
for success.
I am.
So real quick, what I would say is that you would basically start starving, but
Yeah.
all that does is give you fatigue.
I do have some baked bloatfly and mole rat chunks, so
Oh.
I can
That-
stave some stuff off.
yeah. We probably need 2 full meals, which those are both full meals, that's awesome. At
I
least for
have-
me,
I have one more potato chip bag,
I have one potato
some
chip bag as
ramen
well.
milk,
Okay.
3 purified waters.
I'm good on water. It's just food. Okay.
Oh, Bigelow. This is a good point of order. Bigelow has a boiler mod, which can turn 2 dirty waters into 1 purified water in 10 minutes.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot
that's
about
actually
that.
faster than I could do it. Nice job.
Whoa. Dang, that's really useful.
Yeah. Luckily, all my water I have is clean currently.
Well, now you're just
Unfortunate.
tempting fate.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to do a travel thing where that can change. Um, okay, so we
so
have
you need food or something? Like,
we have 2 things of half meals, so that counts as 1 full meal, and then we have 2 cooked meals, so that's now 3 meals. That is 3 full meals between all of us, and I think we need 2 full meals a day. So we will be hungry, but not super starving by the time we get to Diamond City, assuming we all keep up on food.
sure.
Okay.
So I'm
Mr.
kind of a noob here, so all of these like quenchful rested is totally potentially out of my capabilities.
Mr. Chapek will go out of his way to say, "There's no need to worry on my account. I am practicing intermittent fasting."
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
this
learn a
newfangled
thing about that.
technology from Texas, which helps you keep the pounds off.
It's true. It's what enables me to continue this svelte and trim figure.
Okay. I don't think it works that way, but I don't need to get into the details because, yeah, we should get back to Diamond City.
Just trust it. It just works.
Yeah, it just works.
It just works.
Okay. So, yeah, we are good with... If we go at a rush, though, we have plenty of food. So if we do a trip in 12 hours, we're fine on food. If we do 24 hours, we'll be a little hungry by the time we get there, but we would have money, hopefully, depending on sell checks, that it won't be an issue.
And we could also try the 5-finger discount.
Not
Because-
here.
It's 100% off.
Yeah, and the secret ingredient is crime, so makes
Okay.
it taste better.
By Grabthar's hammer, what a savings.
There you go.
So, yeah, I say we head back to Diamond City since we actually have more food than I thought we did.
Okay, so let's break it down. So the base difficulty is 0, and we'll just go down the line. Is the journey along established routes between settlements? I'm going to say yes, because people have been between Big Top and Diamond City. I mean, heck, the baseball courier service gets out here, so of course, yes, it works. So it stays at difficulty 0. Are the PCs familiar with the area? Yes, difficulty 0. Is the area under control of a friendly faction? Yes, difficulty 0. Has the group been given good directions, or they know of prominent landmarks to aid in navigation? Still difficulty 0. Are there obstacles in the path, such as high mountains, irradiated waste, hostile sediments, blah, 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 easily avoided or circumnavigated? Yes. So overall, this is a difficulty 0 test. And it is, again, an endurance and a survival. But what matters is the rate at which you go. If you go hurried, which is having the journey, so 12 hours, the complication range is 17 to 20, or a 4. If you leave it as just normal, or 24 hours, the complication range is 19 to 20, or 2.
I'm
Well-
not against hurrying because the difficulty is still 0. Worst case, we run into an encounter. I'd like to spend our time cooking. Our time eating food, also looking at my trinket, if you don't mind.
Sure.
There he goes again.
I have
You haven't
2
been
things:
here. He likes to
crafting and
stare.
luck. That's all I have.
He likes to stare at this thing that's been burnt, and he's very elusive about what it's about, but just ignore it.
I see. Is this of great monetary value to him?
To me, emotional value.
Oh, so you mean
So
worthless.
nothing. Yes, yes, that is something I think you should assume. Yes.
Well, I shall leave you to your ministrations.
Perfect. Yes. There's no useful info on here. Thank you.
Well, you burnt it, so. Let's
Mhm.
see.
Let's
Maybe?
just hurry. Hurry,
Yeah,
just-
let's
yeah.
do it. So 17 to 20.
You roll first. We can aid you after that.
Of
Well, I
course.
think one of us can, but
Of course.
You
No successes, 1 complication. Is this a new mission?
Nope, as soon as you get to Diamond City is when the new mission starts, unfortunately. So,
Wait,
Oh boy.
did we finish the mission though? That's when that's when we get our stuff back.
thought it was every mission start you got them back.
I don't remember now. It's been so long. We
Yeah.
can go with what you said until we check the rules, let's say, after the game tonight.
Yeah, we'll check it later. So here's
Yeah.
what's going to happen, actually.
Is it possible to do succeed with double complication?
Yes. And I think I know exactly how I want this to go. In
I would
fact,
like
you're
to
going to
do that.
trigger the Wild Wasteland I had prepared for tonight, just in case anybody redeemed it.
Wait, the Wild Wasteland wasn't the baseball coming out of nowhere?
No.
Oh,
That's just the average wasteland. The normal
Yeah, that's just a
Just
feature
normal
now.
Wasteland.
Congrats!
Okay.
All of ELH's Fallout games now have baseball courier service. It just works. So on your way back to the Commonwealth, to Diamond City. That's the location I want. Two things happen. One is, as you might expect, it's sleeting, and everybody knows what happens when it sleets or snows in the wasteland. All your stuff's irradiated. Have fun.
no!
Second thing that happens is you encounter a pedestal. It's a stone pedestal made out of what appears to be marble. And on top of this pedestal is a big, shiny red button. There are no
I press it.
signages,
I
no
press it.
symbols. You press it?
I press it.
Okay. A female voice begins
Slam my
counting
fist in.
down as sirens begin to sound, like a nuke alarm siren begins to sound in the immediate area. And the female voice goes, 10, 9, 8, 7,
Ooh, I think a prize is
6,
about to appear.
5,
Bigelow,
4,
please place yourself in
3,
front of me.
2, 1. Deploying surprise. And
Yay.
dropping next to Kate is a dud mini nuke.
A dud mini nuke.
Well,
Ah.
if it was a live mini nuke, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I suppose you're right. See, this is why I trust you with all of my assets and everything in my life.
That is true. I do technically own everything you do.
Oh, okay. This is it's good I don't read. You can deal with all that for me. I don't want to think.
I step away frustrated again.
Chapek's going to take a look at the dud mini nuke, and then he'll turn to Bigelow and open up a panel in his chest, right, and retrieve a live mini nuke, which he does have. Check the sheet,
It's there.
and he'll be like, "Oh, like one of these. I see."
Oh, whoa. Should I press the button again? Do you think we'll get another one?
Please don't.
Okay, well.
Place the live mini nuke inside and close it.
You gotta warn me when you do that, boss. It's ticklish.
I'm sorry, Bigelow. I did not know you were so sensitive.
I thought you were gonna be surprised I was ticklish at all, boss.
No, I'm not surprised by much about you, Bigelow. You are a special boy.
Thanks, boss. That's the nicest thing you've said to me recently.
Well, you've earned it.
And Bigelow does like little flitters with his pincer arms.
Yes, like a crab. A happy crab.
Happy crab. Exactly. But yeah,
I mean, I guess Chapek will take the dud mini nuke and also place it in there with... Oh, no, wait. I should probably mark it first just to make
Be a
sure
good
I know
idea.
the difference. He'll, like, carve a notch or something into the top of it just to make some...
okay. Make a note on the sheet.
Yeah. And then pop it into...
Because if there's
Bigelow.
ever a complication where you're reaching for the mini nuke and you grab the wrong one, it'll be funny.
Sure. Yes. And so maybe he could, maybe we can pawn that off on somebody. Like, oh, a real live mini nuke. Check it out.
Quite possible.
Maybe it counts as a
Smart.
junk piece and I can break it down.
No. We're going to try and sell it. You have enough. You have enough. When is this going to end? When is it going to be enough with you?
I don't know.
It's always about goods and services with you. It's
More
always
and more.
materialism.
Yeah, you say you don't like capitalism, and here you are.
Yes, because I try to give my stuff away for free unless the people in the area don't want to then give me free food and back.
That just seems like weird business sense.
It's certainly
I-
not profitable.
I first go on the I hope people are nice to each other because it's a good thing to do when everyone's dying. And if that doesn't work, yes, I do agree. I turn to capitalism.
See, I told you it'd
One
only
step
take them
away.
a few hours of conversation. That works out perfectly.
Everyone is a capitalist in the foxhole, as they say.
In the foxhole, I will try to be the nice guy first and do the good thing because I can, but I will not stop you from trying to profit off me doing good things.
There's a second part to this complication. Professor, can you roll me a agility, and what do I want to make this? An agility, and let's call this athletics.
Agility and athletics. I am going to spend a luck point to use my luck bonus instead of my agility bonus.
Okay.
And then let's go.
Difficulty of 1 on this, I should say.
Thank you.
I like how I
athletics.
rolled the complication and you have to deal with it.
It's almost like he's trying to make my junk disappear.
Oh, it has nothing to do with your junk.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay,
Hopefully.
roll.
We don't want to deal with his junk.
Can we not talk about the professor's junk?
Yeah.
I think that's against Twitch.
That's what I
guidelines.
was
Yeah, it's probably against Twitch TOS.
Yeah.
Perfect,
All right,
that's-
so 2 successes, bringing you up to 2 AP. I'm going to let you carry over AP between sessions, because as we see you all approaching Diamond City's outskirts, and you really start to hear the sounds and smell the smells and see the sights,
Ugh.
Clayman, you hear whistling, and you look up just in time for what appears to be a rad pigeon to slam into your face.
He loves you.
Now, it doesn't do any damage, but it definitely is something to talk about.
What?
Well, it's not as
Exactly.
effective as a baseball, that's for sure.
I grab it and I hit it and send it flying wherever it
No,
came
what if I had a note? It's like
It explodes into a shower of feathers.
Just give me that bird.
but it was alive. It could have told me something useful.
Yeah,
Ah.
keyword
Was.
was.
Yeah.
Ah, the fragility of life.
Before I start laughing uncontrollably me again, that's where we're going to end today's session.
You know what isn't fragile? The goods and services I provide.
Oh my god. Stop it, you horrible Texan, you.
Yes, that is
Oh.
me. True Blue died in the Volt Texan.
Oh my god. Oh, it is a joy having you back on the show. Thank you so much for being here, X.
Thank you.
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah, and I love the frenemy going on between Clayman and Chapek. It's amazing.
It is fun to poke fun at someone.
Because
We're-
he was kind of a wall in that regard. Not that that was a bad thing, but
Well, my opinion is, Father Apocalypse probably wouldn't like the idea of capitalism, and so far he is the embodiment of capitalism. So,
Yeah.
also as a Father Apocalypse, we do understand that there is times where capitalism is the better form of how to do business.
Mhm.
So I'm not against being friends with him. I'm not against working with him. I just need to be cautious.
so what you're saying is I need to give you a Pimp Boy 9000.
I don't know if I'd want a gold Pimp Boy 9000 on my scrawny little scientist wrist.
I do.
Well, I'll give it to Kate. Kate wants it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So she'll have the skull accessory and the golden. Oh boy.
I should clarify, though, that skull accessory does go away as soon as your injury is recovered. It's just as long as it's just treated, it stays there.
Yeah, I need
Okay,
to.
so
back in.
I'll never treat it. Okay.
I still think I should 100% do another actual medical treatment on you. Not like the in combat one, but the actual one where I try to completely fix your injury at some point, because I guess head injuries don't do anything to you
They don't
because you
matter
don't
to
shoot
me.
people. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do actually. I try. I try.
Oh,
to.
okay.
I'm gonna try to. Unlike you,
Oh, one thing we did forget to tell the audience: we leveled up when we got back to Big Top.
Yeah.
right?
So Chapek already started at a higher level, but Clayman and Kate did level up during the session. So that
Yes,
was
and I'm gonna
handled.
take the barbarian perk because I want to add the
Damage resistance.
damage resistance. Yes.
Is there a
Yes.
perk you can take where you're more resistant to just getting your head totally destroyed? Because that seems to be.
There is actually.
Yeah.
It's a adamantium skeleton, I
Skeleton.
believe.
I think it's called helmet.
Yeah, I don't have anything on my head or in it.
Oh, you got plenty in it. I think.
Mhm.
I think they call
All
that shrapnel.
right. Well, on that note, everybody, Twitch stick around because we're going to raid somebody, but YouTube, we'll see you later. Bye, YouTube.